And so, one of the people who's been here a lot and has been a vital part of my spiritual journey is Reverend Larry Brown. I would like to call him up now.
In 1999, at the Parliament of the World's Religions, I got to spend a little time with the head of the World Islamic League, who, as we met, gave me a kind of a squinting, appraising look, and he said, "Funny, you don't look Hindu." And we have no Muslims today, so I think I'm going to change hats and be your Muslim for the day as well, if that's all right with you. I think there's three things that bring us together. First is belief, and you might say, "Wait a minute, this is an interfaith group. How can we be unified by belief?" But I would submit to you that the opposite of belief isn't different belief, or God forbid, wrong belief, but non-belief. And I'm not knocking people who aren't spiritual. They can be incredibly moral and giving people, and you all know people like that. It's just that those of us who are here today seem to be unified by some belief in the supernatural and the desire to have a relationship with it. That there is meaning, value, and purpose in the universe at layers even beneath those offered by science. And we share that together. I think the problem in the world is not the competition between religions. It's between our ways of being religious. Between our ways of being religious. If you see religion as a fortress, then you're going to get in it and prepare to defend yourself. On the other hand, if you see your faith as in the way that Tony's been talking about, that gets us to the second thing that unifies us, and that's love. In 1630, Reverend John Winthrop spoke to a little pilgrim congregation up the road from here. In a long stem-winding sermon known as the City on the Hill sermon. And this is my favorite line from what must have been an hour-long sermon. To love and live beloved is the soul's paradise on earth and in heaven. To love and live beloved is the soul's paradise on earth and in heaven. And he threw the idea out to his congregants that we're in this new place to us, and we're not in Europe. And we have the chance to do things very differently here. We can create a society founded on mutual love. This sermon became kind of a linchpin in the idea of American exceptionalism, which totally distorts what Reverend Winthrop was doing. He wasn't saying that God loves us best. He wasn't saying that. He was saying you have a chance to live lovingly. And if you covenant together to live lovingly, then God will smile on us. But if we covenant that we're going to do it and then we don't do it, then God will be beyond disappointed. In other words, it wasn't that God was picking us first. We were being asked to pick God first and live accordingly. And that's the challenge. So that would be the second thing. We're unified by belief. And we're unified potentially by love, and that's our project. And the third thing is mission. The third thing is mission. I was born in 1946, so I missed the 30s, but I have this terrifying feeling at times that were I living in Germany in the 1930s, that much that I see happening around me would be terrifyingly familiar. And there's a playbook now on how to undo a democracy and how to undo civil society in favor of something else. And our mission is to prevent that from happening with love, which has got to be the answer in the end. And this love can't be based on desire, because we know that some people can be really annoying. Okay? So it can't be based on so this love has to be based on policy, on a decision we make every day when we wake up to greet the world with a gentle benevolence, and to wish for every person the very thing that that we were listening to in the meditation a minute ago. That you wish for every person that they be well, that they be at ease, that they be happy, that they be free from suffering. Jim taught us that. I love it when you do that. That's the mission. That we wish that for every person. And then we seek to find policy, social policies, political policies, that carry that into action. To create a loving community, a community of the beloved. For to love and live beloved is the soul's paradise on earth and in heaven. And our mission is to bring that into fruition together. Thank you.